Some places look like they were never meant for people. Too wild, too raw, too far from anything familiar. And yet, people go, and they come back changed. We spend a lot of time choosing safe, familiar coastlines, crowded squares, hotels with easy access and good reviews. There's nothing wrong with that. But somewhere past the guidebooks and the comfort zones, there are places that stop you mid-scroll, places that make you ask, could I actually go there? The answer, more often than you think, is yes. Today we visit 5 of them. Number 5. The ground here is not supposed to look like this. Bright yellow, with veins of orange and red running through it like something beneath is still alive. Pools of still water, some emerald green, some the color of rust. Steam rising from the surface in slow, silent threads. This is the Danakil Depression in northern Ethiopia, one of the hottest places on Earth. A landscape built from volcanic fire and ancient time. It looks like the surface of another planet, and yet, guided tours run here regularly. Local AFAR guides lead small groups carefully through the terrain, paths that have been known and walked for generations. The landscape opens up around you, and the only thing that overwhelms you is the color. Yellow turning gold in the late afternoon light. Silence so complete it feels like something you could hold. Number 4. The wind arrives before anything else. You feel it before you see the cliffs. A steady pressure against your body that says, this is not a gentle place. And then the view opens. Green grass ending without warning at a cliff edge that drops straight down into black Atlantic water. Sky low and gray. A waterfall falling sideways, pushed horizontal before it ever reaches the bottom. This is the Faroe Islands. 18 islands in the North Atlantic, caught between Norway and Iceland. They look severe, but spend a single day here and something softens. Small fishing villages, quiet communities, a crime rate that is almost non-existent, marked walking paths along the cliff edges. The weather is real and unpredictable. That part is true, but that is also the honesty of this place. No filtered version of nature, just the actual thing, experienced exactly as it is. Number 3. Here, the silence has weight. Red sandstone towers rise from the desert floor, some hundreds of meters tall, casting long shadows across sand the color of cinnamon. Sky above them so blue it looks painted. This is Wadi Rum in the south of Jordan, the Valley of the Moon. It is not a human scale. You are simply moving through something that existed long before you. Bedouin guides, whose families have navigated this desert for generations, lead travelers through it with quiet authority. Jeep tours, camel rides, overnight camps, all carefully managed. And at night, without light from any city, the stars appear in numbers that are hard to accept, the Milky Way fully visible. Rock towers in silhouette against all of it. You don't sleep much on a night like that, you mostly just look. Number 2. After rainfall, this place stops making visual sense. A thin layer of still water spreads across the surface, and in that stillness, the ground becomes a mirror. Above you, clouds. Below you, clouds. The horizon disappears entirely. This is the Salar de Uyuni in the Bolivian Andes, the largest salt flat on Earth. Over 10,000 square kilometers of white crystalline ground sitting high above sea level. The altitude asks something of you, arriving slowly, giving your body a day to adjust. That is the only real preparation needed. What this place gives back is hard to put simply. Perspective, the quiet kind, the kind that arrives on its own, without being asked. Number 1. There is a particular quality of light in the north. It comes in sideways, low across the water, catching the edges of things, a mountain peak, a fishing boat, the surface of a fjord, and turning them gold for just a few minutes before moving on. In those minutes, this place is almost unbearably beautiful. These are the Lofoten Islands, off the northwestern coast of Norway, mountains rising directly from the sea, small red and yellow fishing cabins at the water's edge. In winter, the northern lights move through the sky above the peaks, slowly like something breathing. In summer, the sun stays near the horizon for weeks. Hikers stand on ridgelines above the clouds and look out over sea and rock and island as far as any view can reach. Lofoten looks remote. In some ways, it is. But Norway provides for its visitors well. Trails are marked, communities are welcoming, and the quiet here, real, deep quiet, is the kind that is increasingly hard to find anywhere. Wind across open water, mountains holding still, light doing what light does in the north, arriving softly, and leaving you with the feeling that you have been somewhere true. There is a version of travel that is about comfort, and there is a version that is about contact with something larger, something older, something that does not adjust itself to meet you. Every place in this film belongs to the second version. None of them require extraordinary courage, only a willingness to go somewhere that looks difficult, and to trust that the looking and the being there are two very different things. Which one stayed with you? Leave it in the comments. And wherever your next journey takes you, may it surprise you.